So, hey guys, Chauzu here, and this is going to be my why you should pull V5 Big Mom video. I thought I'd rebrand these kind of videos a bit and try and talk positive about some upcoming legends, and well, at least this time it's pretty easy since both new legends are pretty something you want pretty much. We can start with why you wouldn't want to pull Big Mom, and the only reason is basically that you can probably get away with just using her as friend captain a lot of the time. That's basically the only reason not to pull, otherwise she's great in every single way. If we start recapping a bit, I'm going to do a pretty small recap. If you want a more extensive PV analysis, check my initial reaction to Big Mom and Kid-in-Law. But Big Mom, Dex-driven powerhouse, captain ability, very strong, up to 6 times attack for driven and powerhouse if they have recover, Samla and Wano. Also some good healing. If you hit perfects, you can obtain recovery and Semla orbs, and you can also recover HP from enemies you kill. There's a big negative here though for super bosses potentially, in that Dex and quick slots turning into Semla means there's a bigger chance of you getting Semla orbs randomly, and if you get really bad luck, you're stuck on Semla orbs with units you want to get super tandem with. And since Big Mom will mainly be used for really high damage teams, super tandem is very much key to that, so that could be a disrupting thing. And you kind of want to run Big Mom as captain since she has the best EX super in the game. You just need one particular unit, and among them we have Kaido, who will realistically be on every team you use with Big Mom. Some OP Kaido basically. And if not Kaido, well, Prospero has one of the best driven legends in the game in adding damage as well, so should be easy to fit one. And yeah, you get a big color affinity. You change Samla into Wano for some nice extra damage, and you change Driven and Powerhouse to Super, which is amazing. So just pair her up with a Super type and you got yourself covered. Like, Driven and Powerhouse is a very common class combination as well. As for the rest of the kit, it's hard to talk a lot because it's literally a copy of the Super Sugo Fast Robin. You're able to apply a conditional to full immunity with Big Mom. Robin does it with Death Down conditional. Big Mom does it with Ignite, or Burn as we call it. And if Captain is driven, you can combine 2 different conditionals for 3 turns. If Captain is Powerhouse, you can combine 2 different conditionals for 1 turn. Most of the time this difference is basically meaningless, but in some niche situations, like we had a super boss before where if you used a certain conditional you got punished, so we had to use Robin stage 2 and carry the buff to final stage to stack those 2 combos, so that's basically the only time this comes into play. And yeah, that's basically all there is to say. It's really good. Like, she does damage, so maybe you can use a support like Sorrow to get a Dex or boost, but yeah, it's pretty niche, let's be real. Other than that, like Final Tap, it's also a copy of like Robin. You double your chain. As a bonus, you can increase the multiplier of Semla or Wano, so you do some nice extra damage with that, so that's pretty nice, I guess. And the support is also a copy of Robin, so I actually don't mind that because Robin is like a must on every super boss teams, but now we need Robin or Big Mom. That's a big difference in team building. We'll open up a whole new set of teams that do good damage against super boss. So yeah, I'm very excited. I thought I'd go through one team that gets a lot better with Big Mom. Like, usually I do like some comparisons, like what can you run with Big Mom, but that felt meaningless here because Big Mom buffs every driven and powerhouse unit. I can list every one of them and like, yeah, they get better with Big Mom. They get better with Big Mom. Like, everybody does more damage with Big Mom, so pretty meaningless to do it like that. But let's take the new versus Kaido team archetype. And this existed before, but one variation you could do was that you try and fit the Super Sugo as Robin. But that's a bit weird, and you have to run like Queen as captain, and Queen doesn't have super type or super class or anything like that. And other variations can use Luffy crew, for example. It was hard to fit both. But now we can fit both Robin and Luffy crew, because we don't need Robin, we can just use the Big Mom. And in this team I just put her as friend captain, and basically with this team what we do is we use Jack to get the chain boundary, we use King to get the chain boost, a Queen to get the color affinity, and then we can just use Kaido and we get that nice attack and ore boost, and then we use Queen again to get the conditional that is a increased damage taken conditional that you can get from Kaido's versus special, and then we use the Big Mom to get that ignite conditional that goes to full immunity, and you can also stack that with the increased damage taken conditional, and then you just hit with Luffy crew last. And in this situation you want to hit with King last before Luffy crew on this team, since King will have the highest stats since he's driven and powerhouse, and of course a team like this will mainly be used against Sai. But for next super boss it's probably likely we'll get a boss for that, I'd guess. We'll have to see, like Kid is in for example, so I'd imagine we'll get something like that. And yeah, there's probably more combinations you can do, stuff that weren't really possible before, like it's very hard to theorize stuff like that before we get an actual like assignment ahead of us, like, oh, we have a quick super boss like this or a strength one or such, like can we build something with Big Mom? That will be a lot more easy to approach. Finally, before ending this video, I thought we'd take a look at Big Mom's PvP kit, because for some reason she got a really good PvP kit too. And she's a Dex focused unit. Dex, attack up level 6, speed up level 6, def up level 5, critical up level 5. And if you take damage you can get up to attack up level 6. So yeah, not much to complain here, like HP up instead of crit up will have been nice, but that's basically it. There exists very few units who have like the trifecta of attack up, def up, HP up. And at least you have speed up here, which is not unimportant, as I've discussed many times. Like when you don't have speed you notice it, and when you have speed you don't care about speed. That's usually how it works. Special. The main issue with the special is 35 CT, but other than that, you target enemies within large range for half stats, and you do 3.4 times damage. So Dex finally has half stats, and this is something we've heard for a long time. I do wonder how much that will matter though. Like on defense for sure, Dex was already pretty good on defense, now it gets even better, but I don't think this really changes much on offense. Like even with half stats, Dex does have an issue with dishing out damage, I feel like. So unless you're facing like a quick of some kind, I don't think Dex will be very viable offensively, but will be a lot more annoying on defense. But 35 CT helps a bit because you can use most specials before Big Mom. So you can try and put a big dent in the beginning and open up walls that way. And of course it's not like it's guaranteed to hit all enemies. Sometimes it hits 5 enemies, sometimes it will only hit 1 enemy. So it's a big buff for Dex, but I wonder how much it will matter in practice. I might be totally wrong here, I'm open for that possibility, but yeah, Dex has just never been that powerhouse on offense, so I still have a hard time imagining it. As for the Geepy stats, honestly I've not looked at it a lot, it doesn't look that great, but I'll show it for completion's sake. Like, you have to use specials 5 times, which is fairly reasonable, easy to use her burst twice. And you target all enemies for leader base attack times 3 damage 2 times. And for first 30 seconds of battle, target all enemies for 100% chance of half stats. Isn't this actually pretty good? It actually is like... Maybe I never checked this. I know I checked Kid a lot, but I might have overlooked this, but... This looks pretty good. Like, first 30 seconds doesn't matter, because that's when you'd want to use it. Like, with Roger, for example, you rarely use it later, so... Maybe this is a viable option to Roger. Like, it's not better than Gear 5, but... So, Dex-driven Powerhouse. Might be hard to build teams with this, though. Like, Dex, you can do pretty good teams, driven as well. Powerhouse? Not that great in PvP, so... I will probably try her in Grand Party now when I see this, but not going to be better than Gear 5 for sure, but a Roger alternative if you still use Roger. Haven't moved on to the new and shiny thing. But yeah, that's my video about V5 Big Mom. See ya. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.